Hi everyone, it's Traci from Downward Dog Rising. I'm here today at the end of the week to give you a calm, peaceful, relaxing yin yoga session. So if you just want to kind of chill out, excuse me, I need a drink. My throat's dry. I love my bubbly water. All right, so we're gonna do a calming, soothing, relaxing end of the week yin workout. So please join me and let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna start off sitting on our mat, and basically I just want you to do a couple shoulder rolls, release your shoulders, your neck, okay? We're gonna crisscross our ankles. And then I want you to lift shoulders up into ears, roll them down and back. You're gonna lift up and roll the shoulders down and back. Breathing in and breathing out. Two more. Inhale, exhale, one more time. And then let's reverse, opposite way. Shoulders shrug into ears, roll them down and forward. And 4, 3, 2 more. And last one, excellent. All right. I'm gonna ask you to take one arm, reach it behind your back as your anchor point. That's gonna pull the shoulder down back, and then I want you to tilt ear, opposite ear, tilts to the other shoulder, and just breathe for a moment. I want you to feel how it gets into the sternocleidomastoid on the side of neck. Relax the jaw, relax your mouth, your lips, your facial muscles, your eyes, forehead, even your eyebrows, relax. Inhale, exhale. Slowly come back up, and then we're just going to take this arm forward, take this other arm, reach it behind your back, and then just going to gently tilt opposite ear towards shoulder. And again, relax the facial muscles, your eyes, your mouth, your lips, your jaw, and just breathe. Feel the side of the neck elongate. Breathing in, breathing out. One more deep inhale. And softly, gently return. All right. Next, let's just take one arm up into the air. And I want you to elongate this entire side for a moment and really feel how the bottoms of your sits bones, your pelvis, are secure down into the mat. And I want you to start to feel these ribs over here lifting and lengthening off of that hip bone. And just breathe all the way from the armpit down to your hip. And breathe in and breathe out. Feel space opening between each rib. And inhale and exhale. Breathing in and exhale. Open up that tissue in there. It gets so tight along our side. Inhale, exhale one more time. And inhale, exhale, slowly make your way back up. Release this arm. Now I'm gonna have you just lift this arm up, really stretch, elongate, decompress your entire spine. And you want to start to feel how these ribs start to pull apart. You're going to stretch this arm towards the mat. Making sure your hip stays put on your mat so you don't bring it with you. If you have a tighter side, that's natural. Just go with it without force. Feel this whole side loosening up. Stretch those ribs apart. Breathing in, breathing out. Feel that tissue separating between the ribs, between the bottom rib and that first part where the hip bone begins. And inhale and exhale. Really get your side to open. Inhale, exhale. Allow the release, allow the give. Give into it. Be open to receive. Inhale, exhale. One more deep inhale here. And softly, you're gonna stretch that arm all the way back up. Excellent. So now I'm gonna have you do something, a hip opener. Let's do a little seated butterfly. Let's bring the bottoms of our feet together. And I want you to sit nice and tall. Feel the elongation in your spine. Sitting up tall. Lengthening, lengthening, lengthening. Feel how the bottoms of the feet are going to rotate up. And we're just seeing if we can create length. Decompress our spine. Sit tall. Feel energy currents running up and down your spine. Masculine, feminine energy. We all have masculine and feminine energy within us. We want them to become balanced so we don't get caught too much to one energy over the other. Feminine energy is receptive and masculine energy is active. Modern life forces us a lot of times to be constantly in our masculine yang energy. So it's important to stop, slow down from time to time. Take a little time to do yin yoga, balance out your energy. It'll help release cortisol levels if you're stressed from working too much. Get you into your parasympathetic nervous system, which will even aid in your digestion, your sleep, your ability to relax, to focus, to concentrate, to function on a deeper level. Just follow your breath. Feel that unity with Source. Each inhale, each exhale, that oneness with universal energy, consciousness, creator energy. Breathing in, breathing out. Uniting your energy. Feel that calm, peaceful, serene bliss of being in the present right now. Nothing else exists, just here now with the breath. You could either stay in your butterfly pose. If you have the ability to stretch forward and go deeper into your hips, staying in butterfly, please do so. And then I'm going to give you another pose. If you're a little tight in the hips like I am, I'll give you a deeper way to stretch just by letting your feet move further away from your pelvis. I'll take you into diamond. So you could either stay in your seated butterfly, and then for diamond, I'm going to ask you to just bring your feet a little further away from your center. So you're just walking them out a little further. And then this is just going to give you some more space in your hip joints. So we're just going to sit tall, lengthen up again. And as we open that space here on the front of our hip socket, the ball and socket joint, we want these femur bones, thigh bones to externally twist deeper into your hip sockets. So that we turn bottoms of feet up. Maybe you'll grab your feet and we're gonna lengthen up, 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 and then stretch forward over our legs now. And then stay here and breathe. If you have a blanket or a block, you're welcome to grab a yoga blanket or a block. I'm gonna put a blanket on top of my feet just to bring my mat up to me, give a little extra support here. I'm just gonna come forward a little bit. Maybe make a fist with each hand, hip hinge, and just stay here with the breath. Inhale to the front, to the sides, to the back of your ribs. We're going to inflate in every direction. Breathing in and breathing out. Ribs inflate. Breathing in and breathing out. And inhale. And exhale, go deeper. The back of those ribs expand. This will also help release your low back. Soften into it. You're working, but you're not forcing. Take one more deep inhale here. And slowly come up to our forearms here. And then gently all the way up. Excellent. We're going to just bring our knees together. Walk your hands slightly behind you. Elevate heart to sky. And then just do a little windshield wiper. Just softly rock your legs side to side. Just getting into the side of your hips. Excellent. All right. Just gonna do a little counter for our back. Feet are together. Draw inner thighs together. Elevate arms, open collarbones wide, press palms firmly into mat. And now I want you to squeeze your inner thighs together. And we're just gonna slowly lift our heart and come into a little table. Feel like your thighs are pulling together. Your core is engaged, your glutes are engaged. And then just gently press hips to sky. Feel glutes engage. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale, keep those elbows slightly soft so they don't hyperextend. Press hips to sky, one more deep inhale. And then slowly just bring your hips back to the mat. All right. Now from here, what I want you to do, you're gonna extend your legs straight in front. And then gently shake out your knees. And then we're gonna come into our half butterfly. Slide the right leg in, bottom of foot, sole of foot is to inside of left leg, left side. Pull that bottom of the thigh, bottom of the foot towards groin. And we're gonna sit tall, elevate up. And then gently we're gonna stretch, maybe bring hands under the knee for support. If you feel a stretch here, you're gonna stay here and breathe. Go to your edge. Feel that low back pull apart. Maybe you'll be reaching to your shin. Maybe you'll be reaching towards your ankle. Breathing in, breathing out. Maybe you'll grab your foot, gently pulling on the big toe and the lateral pinky toe towards you. Lift heart, hinge. And stretch that spine long. And just go into the pose. Go to your edge. Commit to staying in the pose. And breathe. Follow your breath. Connect to the divinity within you with each breath you take. Life force. Chi, prana. If you have a blanket, maybe you bring your blanket. You can come forward like this if you like to modify. Do what feels right for your body. Give yourself support when needed. Go deeper when you feel the give. One more deep inhale. Slowly rise to top of head. Next, my throat is itchy. Hold on, I need another drink. Hope I'm not getting sick. I'm gonna ask you, we're gonna do half shoelace, where you take your knee and you crisscross it over the bottom leg. And we're gonna do our Gomukhasana arms. Oh, my throat, I need a drink. My throat's so dry. I'm probably dehydrated. It was 86 degrees and I ran outside for 50 minutes today. I don't think I hydrated enough, so I'll work on that tonight. Take your right knee. We're gonna cross it over our left knee. We're gonna sit tall. And we're in our half shoelace. And I wanna go into Gomukhasana to our arms. So, cow face arms. So what I wanna do, notice which leg is straight. Left leg is straight. Elongate left arm straight in line above your shoulder. And what I want you to do, take the palm, reach up, up, up. Reach the palm down the middle of your back between the two shoulder blades. Now, elbow points up. This arm, you're gonna rotate the right palm up. Fold the bottom part of your arm and press the back of the hand against your back. So the bottom arm palm faces out. The top arm palm faces down. Let's take a few breaths here. Getting into our shoulders, our mid-back. Heart and lung meridians. One more deep inhale here. And softly release. I'm going to take this arm out. Take this arm out. Maybe shake out your arms for a second. And before we come out of our half shoelace, as long as your shoulders are okay with it and comfortable, if they feel tight right now, just keep arms forward and hip hinge over legs this way, without taking your arms behind the back so you don't overdo your shoulders. If you want to get a deeper stretch in your shoulders, maybe you'll take hands together behind your back, clasp your fingers together, hands come together, and then you're gonna open those collarbones wide, open your shoulders and your chest. Now do a stretch forward. Take a couple breaths here, flex your feet. Really expand those ribs wide open and apart. One more deep inhale. And rise up, top the head away from tailbone. Shake out your knees. Stretch arms to sky. Palms come down directly under the shoulders. Unweight shoulders to pull them down away from ears. Press firmly down to your heels And let's do a little reverse plank. You're going to tighten your core, your glutes, press hips to sky, breathe in, and then breathe out. Collarbones are wide, breathe in, press hips to sky, breathe out. Breathing in, breathing out. 2 more breaths in. And last one, deep inhale and deep exhale. Wonderful. Come in. We're going to shake out those knees. Excuse me while I take another sip of water. Trying to coat the back of my throat. I think I'll make some tea. Ginger tea with lemongrass after. That sounds good. We're switching legs now. So I'm going to ask you to bend the left leg in. We're going to take our left leg, sole of foot, bottom of foot to right inner thigh towards groin. And then I went, ooh, I'm going to get a cramp. Woo! Definitely need to hydrate. Okay. We're elevating. We're sitting tall. I think I can do it. Woo! Lengthen your spine. Reach maybe under the knee. If you want a little extra support, stay here if you're just starting out. Stay here if your back feels tight or your hamstring feels tight. Start from this position, go to your edge. Little half butterfly. We're not in any competition. Just trying to find our edge within ourselves. And commit to staying in this asana, getting a deep stretch. If you want to go further, you can reach to the shin. Maybe you'll reach to the ankle. Lengthen breastbone. Go to where you can commit, breathe, focus. Connecting to universal source. Every inhale, breathe in positivity. Every exhale, release negativity. Inhale, breathe in positivity. Exhale, release negativity. Think of white, golden light all the way around your body like a force field, protecting you from negative energy. Force field of light, impenetrable from darkness. Force field of light protecting you. Raising your vibration. Healing you. Go a little deeper every time you feel a give. Go into it. Breathing in, breathing out. Ribs expand. Feel space. Feel low back release. Hamstrings lengthen, inner thigh. One more deep inhale here. Slowly rising up, lengthening head away from tailbone, coming all the way up. And we're going to go into our cow face, Gomukhasana arms with our half shoelace. So we're going to take a hold of our left knee, and I want to cross this left knee over the bottom right one. You're going to sit tall. If it's too much on your shoulders, you can bring hands under this knee, just sit tall. Otherwise, notice which leg is straight, right leg straight. We switched. Lengthen your right arm to the sky. You're going to have the right palm reach down in between the two shoulder blades, like your elbow reaches to the sky. Now you're going to take the left palm. We're going to rotate this entire arm. And then we're going to start to have our palm reach out. So top palm faces down, bottom palm faces out. Now sit tall and breathe. If one side's looser, not as tight, it's okay. It's natural. We just try to get them a little bit closer together so injuries avoid. We avoid having injuries from having too much of it imbalance. Flex feet. Feel that upper mid back open. Breathe. Clearing the heart and the lungs. Aligning your spine. Take one more deep inhale here. And gently release. And release our arms. We shake out those arms for a sec. All right. And then you could either keep arms in front of your body if your shoulders have had enough at this point and you don't want to overdo it or push too far. Relax the shoulders. Now relax shoulders down away from ears. Feel sides of neck long. Feel width across collarbones, shoulders down and back. You're going to lengthen up, hip hinge, and just stretch forward wherever you can. Stretch to. Maybe you'll even take a folded up blanket and bring it over your knee, and then you can hinge this way and just stretch over the legs for a deeper stretch in the hamstring, the lateral hip, the back, the low back. Modified, stay here. Maybe you'll interclasp your hands together behind your back for a deeper stretch across the shoulders and the chest. Interclasp the fingers, open your heart, lengthen, and then hinging over the legs. Take a few breaths here. Getting all the air out of your lungs. One more deep inhale. Slowly rising up to the top of your head, gently release those arms. Maybe shake out your knees for a moment. All right, let's do a little extension for our back to open our heart, to just give us some more space. If you sit or drive a lot, if you sit at a computer a lot, this is going to feel good to give you more space and length in your spine. So I'm just going to ask you to turn, and then we're just going to come all the way down onto our mat. And then I'm going to ask you, your feet, your legs are side by side. You're going to avoid arching your back up like that. Hug your hip bones into the mat. Feel the tailbone stretch away from you. Prop up. Your elbows are directly under your shoulders. And I want you to pull your heart through the arms. And then I just want you to feel like your neck has space along the sides. And just stay here for a few breaths. Careful that we avoid having the shoulders squish up. And just stay here. Feel the abdominal stretch. And you can even think of like a hammock floating and then drawing those muscles, pulling that hammock up towards the anterior of your spine. Reach through your body three-dimensionally to create a little more length in that low back area, that lumbar spine. Pulling inward into your belly. Pull those muscles in like a hammock hanging, and then lift it into the low back. Just to create a little bit more room for your low back, lumbar spine. Maybe you'll tilt one ear slightly towards shoulder. Keep the other ear down. Softly return center. Maybe you'll tilt the other ear towards shoulder, feeling the other side of your neck lengthen. Side of neck elongates. Slowly return center. Tilt chin softly down. Allow the tongue to go up to the top of your mouth. Feel space open at the back of the throat. Lengthen the neck. Think of swirls of energy aligning, recalibrating. If you're feeling this stretch deeply, I want you to stay here. If you want to go into a little bit more of an extension, we're going to go into seal. Avoid coming up too high where it feels like it compresses your low back. Also avoid coming up so high that it scrunches your shoulders together. So what you can do is press palms against the mat. And it's like you're pointing your elbows down. You're going to feel those triceps engage, the shoulder blades floating down sides and back. Stay here for a few breaths. Just be calm in serenity in the breath. take another deep inhale here. Slowly come to your forearms. Now slowly we're going to come down to our forehead, and we're going to take our hands side by side, bend elbows, relax your forehead over the backs of your hands for a moment. Feel forehead rest on backs of hands. Relax your entire body into the mat. Maybe wiggle pelvis, hips side to side, rock your pelvis. Release your spine. Maybe rock head, neck, side to side. Release your neck. Over third eye, Ajna. Wisdom center. Return center. Let's activate your gluteals. Scoop abdominal wall in. Think of that hammock lifting three-dimensionally away from the mat into the front of the spine, up into your low back. Take your right leg, extend it. Think of length rather than height. Lengthen leg as you scoop abdominal wall into the spine and lower the leg 10 times without rocking your pelvis. 9. Send the energy from the core down the leg through your toes. 8. Scoop in. Stabilize pelvis. 7. 6. 5. 4. Turn on your glute. Scoop in. 3. 2 more. Last one. Same thing. Other leg. Scooping deeply into your core. Draw in like that hammock. Lifting the abdominals deeper into the spine. Engage that left gluteal. You switch sides. Work on length rather than height. 9. Keep hips stabilized. Scooping in. 8. And 7. Squeeze that glute. 6. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. 5. 4. Send the energy of your core down the back of the leg to the toes. 3. 2 more. And last one. Gently release. Next, roll those shoulders down away from your ears. Palms under shoulders on mat. Slowly push into your hands. Lifting up. Now we're going to rock back into our rest pose. Gently walk feet forward. If you have any knee issues at this point now, maybe you would take a rolled up blanket for extra cushion. And then maybe you would place your knees on the blanket like that. And then a lot of times I like to curl my toes under to stretch my feet. And it's also more distribution. There's weight here and there's weight in the feet instead of all the weight going into the knees. And then I want you to pull your sits bones straight back behind your body. And then I want you to pull your heart forward as your sits bones pull back. Those are your two opposing forces of energy, pulling forward and back, Ida and Pingala. Pull forward, heart goes through, sits bones pull back. Try to balance out your energy up and down the spine. Relax the forehead, maybe put a yoga block below your forehead, supporting your head and neck. Maybe your head comes to the mat, maybe it doesn't. See where you're at. And breathe. Feel that low back pull apart. Balasana, rest pose. Try to feel how that lumbodorsal fascia across low back pulls apart. Send the breath there. If you feel tight there, send the breath. Keep following the breath as you exhale to get rid of any toxins that are stuck in there. Exhale them out. Breathing in and breathing out. Detoxing your body, purifying your system with the breath. Connecting with source energy every inhale. You can either stay here, or you can come on to the tops of the feet if this bothers your knees. Stay on toes like that. We could also take hands by sides, collarbones wide. Take a couple breaths here. One more deep inhale here. And slowly, we're going to take hands under shoulders, lengthen head away from tailbone. I'm going to do a little time check here. Do a little time check. All right. So, we're going to end this practice. I'm going to have you come up with me. We're going to end this practice with a little seated twist. Yes. So what I want you to do, you're going to have your right leg bend. Then you're going to take your left foot, placing it on the mat. Maybe take your arms up for a second to see if the sits bones sink, your pelvis sinks into the mat. We're going to take our right arm. We're going to hug in this leg. We're going to take this left arm and reach under the shoulder. Little baby back bend, open your heart. Let's do a couple breaths here. Breathing in and breathing out. A little seated twist. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, twist a little deeper. One more deep inhale. Exhale, gently untwist your spine. We're going to take this leg straight, left leg straight, right leg shake them. We're going to reverse the legs next. Take the left leg, bend it in. Now, after you've taken the left leg and bend it, grab a hold of the right ankle and you're going to place it flat, bottom of foot, flat on mat. Maybe you'll be a little lifted. See if you could just take the arms straight into the air to just try to let gravity gently set you down into the mat, shifting you down so you're not leaning into one hip more than the other. And just sit tall for a second as your hips adjust into the mat. We're just lengthening our spine, sitting tall. We're going to take this arm. We're going to hug that leg. We're going to take this arm down, lifting up our heart. Take a few deep inhales and a few deep exhales here. Breathing in and breathing out. Every time you inhale, you lengthen your spine, little slight back bend. Every time you exhale, little twist deeper, as long as that's okay on your spine. 2 more deep inhales here. And 1 more deep inhale. And slowly we're just gonna untwist our spine, crisscross our ankles. Take a deep inhale. Bring hands to heart in our Anjali Mudra. And I hope tonight's practice has brought a sense of peace and calm over you to help bring you into your weekend stress-free. Just feel that inner peace, calmness, serenity from taking time out to slow down and breathe and experience the present moment. Thank you for joining me, everybody. Appreciate you so much. Please hit like or subscribe to my channel if you like my content. Appreciate it. Thank you. Peace, everyone. Take care. See you soon. Bye. Peace. Bye.